We know that the people of Venezuela are facing tremendous hardship and they need our help.
Canada pledged $53 million to help Venezuelans at home and those who fled to neighboring lands, as Ottawa hosted the Lima Group of countries dedicated to stabilizing Venezuela and establishing free elections. They recognize opposition leader Juan Guaido as the country's legitimate interim president, so that pits them against Nicolas Maduro, whom they denounce as a dictator clinging to power after a fixed election.
Al señor Guaidó Márquez.
Today, 13 European countries also lined up behind Guaido. At the Venezuelan border, the military knows humanitarian aid is expected to arrive this week. They are under increasing international pressure to let it in and give it to the people. Today, Guaido went further, accusing the Maduro regime of trying to siphon more than $1 billion from public coffers and illegally move it to Uruguay. If that's true, that kind of cash could do a lot to ease urgent suffering, as we saw all too clearly today. The worse it gets, the more they show up at these gates. Some abandoned by families who are fleeing the country, people who can no longer take care of them. They are the elderly. At this charity, it's just men who've come or been dropped off here. Architects, accountants, waiters once. Political affiliations of their youth vary, but now there is some unity in that anger. Maduro is a thief and a pothead, everything but a president. Total donkey, offers one. The worst, his friend chimes in. He should quit now and go wherever he wants. There are stories behind that bitterness. The days they spend here are with unreliable water, not much food, and more worrying, few of the drugs they need to survive. So it's donations that provide them what they have here, but not even money can get them what they really need, especially when you're talking about medicine. The Pharmaceutical Association of Venezuela says 85% of the medications are in short supply, which is why you'll see signs like this, basically telling people how to make their own medicine using vinegar and water to treat infections, because here, that's it. The Mother Superior looking after everyone, teasing them that Maduro is finished. He's not, of course. She seems to want to will it so.
Yo creo que va a mejorar. Hay que logremos salir de esto. Sí, hay que salir de esto. Ya, esto no se puede.
There's such a deterioration, moral deterioration, she says, in every sense of the word. Moral because there's no respect for anything. They don't respect the grandfathers. She's brave to talk like this. Some approached us to declare if they spoke out critically, they would lose their pension. It's happened already, we're told. That voice you hear, that's Juan Guaido, the man who would be president. He was somewhere in Caracas speaking publicly, and every word taken in so seriously here. As Guaido spoke about protecting the rights of each individual and a new day in the history of Venezuela, something just changed in this man. What's wrong, she asks. He tells a story about Chavez's men killing his son, and then listening to Guaido speak, becoming afraid he'll be stopped or arrested, and that the promised aid won't arrive. This man is alone. His children have left the country, but he wasn't well enough to join them. This is the Venezuela left behind.